Hello everyone, welcome to the Other Viraat Show. Before I get on to the video, I would like to thank you all for the love and support you have given me in the previous video, and please keep sharing, giving me the love and support that you are giving me, and let's get on with the video. Today I have a special guest, Mr. Sidhant Ikhe. Welcome bro. So Sid is a professional photographer. He has worked with many celebrities and he has also done wedding shoots. So bro, Sid, before getting to the questions, I just have to ask you, why photography?
Well, photography has always been a part of my life. Ever since I was a child, I always wanted to have cameras. And growing up, when I had cameras, just like click photographs, even if it was just, families or any holiday outings, the whole fun of, having a camera and clicking an image, be it anything, was fun. And also, not only photography, it was also video. When we went for any family holidays, I should just get a camera and I should just go and record something or the other, and it used to be so much fun. And that's more the start towards what I wanted to do in this entire field. So yeah.
So it was your hobby, or you wanted to do you wanted to get into this profession?
No, obviously it started off as a hobby. I can't even say a hobby, because when I got the camera, I honestly didn't really know, what I'm going to do. Because, cameras were introduced at an early age for me. It was just about, okay, where I go for a trip, okay, that's when, I get to use the camera. Otherwise, mom, dad used to keep that. And go for trips, use the camera, that's it. But more when I went towards the end of school or college, when digital cameras started coming out, that's when we actually, me actually started getting, to take my cameras to college. And we had a college festival, that's where we used to click. तो उधर जाके मतलब इम्प्रेशन जमाना है, तो दोस्तों के फोटोज लेते थे, and obviously it was an era where mobile cameras were there, but it was those 3 megapixel cameras, which were nothing great, so when we used to go and click pictures of our friends and stuff, digital cameras, they liked it, so I always used to take it, and उनको अच्छा DP मिलता था खींचने को.
So girls used to approach you?
Oh, of course. they wanted good pictures, so we used to click. I used to click the pictures, and they used to be very happy with that. But that time it was just hobby, There was not like the photography aspect or nothing like, oh, let's create some, amazing, portraits of them. It was just go and click, and the fun began that time, when there was no limit. Obviously, there was a certain limit because of the space that time cameras used to have and the memory cards used to have. Yeah. But then there was no limits as to, okay, I can't click, like more than 36 images we could click, rather than film cameras. So going ahead, it got better. From a hobby standpoint, I liked to take my camera around. I should keep it in my pocket, and with a small digital camera. So that's how it started. It started as a hobby, but then going ahead, when I felt that yes, it was, something which always got my attention. I always wanted to do something with photography, be it anything, having a camera around me made me happy, and just clicking anything for that matter, there was nothing specifically that I wanted to do. जाके something, लेना है.
और कैमरा उठाया, let's just click picture.
Exactly. जाके फोटो ही लेना है सबका, be it just group pictures या कोई college festival का photos. There was nothing like I लगा कि यार कुछ तो specific करना ही है इसमें. तो going ahead, it felt like, okay, I have to do something in this, and then as in when I got the opportunity after completing a certain part of my education, I kept my focus to start change this into a more professional approach towards this.
So changing your hobby into your profession.
Yeah.
So a lot of very less people do that, and very less people are happy.
Yeah.
So it's a very common question that people ask. Who's your favorite photographer?
Andre is the one. Just kidding. My favorite photographer growing up was Steve McCurry. I mean, the picture of the Afghan girl is what I've seen, and
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
it was something which always caught my eye, the way he had clicked that particular portrait, and National Geographic published it. So I really loved that, and obviously I didn't really know any other photographers from that time, so I should really follow his work. But going ahead, definitely one of the photographers I do follow is Joseph Radek right now, who's in the industry. He's really good with his craft, and I mean, certainly look up to his work, and yeah, I really want to someday achieve the kind of work that he does. Yeah.
Okay. So right now the situations that we are living in right now, and it's very difficult for everyone. So what was the impact of COVID on your profession?
COVID definitely had a major impact. Our work is not work from home based. We have to be there. We have to be around people. Certainly because I do weddings, so weddings have a lot of people. So where wedding budgets and were cut down, wedding crowd was cut down to 50 people. It took a creative toll also on us, that how can we shoot a wedding with a crowd of 50 people, while our team does not have a specific allowance. We have to get our team within those number of guests allotted. So I mean, there are various sections of photography that's there in weddings, and clients expect all kinds of deliverables or coverage which they generally see in other weddings. But COVID really made a big impact. We could not take the same amount of team that we want to use to create that kind of coverage. And yeah, I mean, honestly, like, clients' expectations honestly is the same, because marriage just happens one, be it COVID or non-COVID times. It just happens once, and they want the best of work at that point. So, but then certainly it depends on the photographer as well. That if they are one man wonders, they can just get the stuff done. But certainly, certain times, certain situations, you have to go there and analyze the situation, because no wedding is the same, no event is the same. Certainly I can speak for myself, because since I do weddings and events, that was absolutely at a standstill. And even if it comes right now, we have our own set of challenges that we have to go through. While with the celebrity photography that I do, when I go there, it again has its challenges, because no more we get studios as such, or the freedom to photograph on the streets. We have to go to the celebrity houses, and if they have booked a Airbnb or somewhere to shoot, we have to have a very limited team. And also when it comes to videos, we have to certainly analyze what the brand wants, and because they can't come out there, because we have a very strict restriction on the number of people attending. So most times, when we go for shoots, we have to creatively direct what the artist has to do. And I mean, it takes a lot of toll, because at that point you have to think 10 different things which on other times we would not have. And it takes a toll, and certainly the budgets have taken a toll, because people expect that kind of work, but are not willing to pay, because why? They feel that 50 log ki shadi bahut kam log hai, but they don't understand that the kind of work goes into it. It's nothing less than probably what would go if there's 1,000 people wedding. So there are a lot of challenges that we have to face, but then I mean, as the times as times progress, we are understanding how to deal with the situation, how to handle it. And the more we get opportunities to shoot at this wedding, we also know the kind of environment that is, and adapt ourselves according to that, and creatively deliver to the client. Because if we are not put in that situation where we have to shoot a wedding amongst 25 people also, for that matter, we'll not understand how to be there at that moment. It's we are used to having big weddings, where there is at least 500 people and people just all around us. But then when we are restricted with the number of team, and the number of people, or the timings, or less events, and how to still make it for our clients to look good, the images, it takes it takes a toll. But then I mean, we are just waiting to get out of this time.
So how expensive is a profession, the gears and everything?
It's a very expensive profession, because we continuously have to keep upgrading our gears, because this field, whatever gear you take, every second or third year it's obsolete. Something new keeps coming, in fact every year. You can sustain one equipment for at least 3 years, but then you have to look at investing equipments which are more to that the latest standards. And yeah, I mean, it's a very expensive thing.
So, does so do you think that having expensive equipments or gears make you a better photographer?
I mean, certainly it's a mixture. I mean, you can have the most expensive gear in the world but be a shit photographer, or you can have just a basic camera but you can really create some beautiful shots. So it has to be a balance. You definitely need a good camera to be up to the industry standards with the quality of work that you bring it out to the client. So yeah, you have to, I mean, you definitely have to have a better camera in the market. And if you're looking at it at a professional point of view, yeah, if you're looking at a hobbyist point of view, then yeah, you can just have a basic camera and just experiment with that. Yeah, but then certainly, what do you say?
So कोई महंगी चीज़ ये नहीं दिखाती है कि तुम बहुत अच्छे हो. It's the talent that counts.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's a mixture of both. You need to have a talent as well as you need some equipment to make justice to that talent, because it's not again as only the camera, the lenses, the lights which create image. It's no more the point and shoot era, that can give you the best of quality, It's also when you post process images. What you click is certainly not exactly what you perceive that, you need to click and then probably work it on post and, comes slowly to, what you have thought, what you have imagined. And yeah, so that's all.
So coming to the topic of gadgets and gears, what is your take on mobile photography, mobile cameras and digital cameras? What would you prefer?
I mean, I would certainly use the professional cameras more because that's my field, I need to. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've never liked mobile photography, and it's not that I'm against it. Certainly, there are people who like to do it and they should do it because now the mobile cameras are really good. But coming to the point where I said, my job is more to for the clients where they need to see it on a mobile screen, they need to see it on a laptop screen, maybe on a TV, maybe on a hoarding, maybe on a printed album. So, I require something which is good for all. If you do mobile photography and if it is for your own personal use, fair enough, you can do that. You can definitely create some amazing shots out of it. People absolutely do create amazing shots on it. But then yeah, if you're looking at doing something on a professional standpoint, you have to do it via a professional camera. You cannot do it via phone because the mobile camera is just good for your mobile screen, and it's not going to look on every mobile screen also that great. So yeah, I definitely prefer using digital cameras or DSLRs for that matter.
So this means that mobile photography is more of a casual thing, you go out, you click pictures with your friends and all. Camera photography is obviously professional.
No, I mean, people, it's not restricted that you have to say buy for example, a 5D Mark IV or a Sony mirrorless camera just if you're a professional. Sometimes you just want to be a hobbyist photographer or just someone who likes cameras and you just want to take it and get good pictures. You definitely can buy it. It's not restrictive. But with mobile camera, how it is, you point, you click and you get the result. With digital camera, with digital cameras also there are settings. You just point and shoot, you're going to get it. But then, I mean, as a photographer, I would not prefer that, because if you're going to spend a lot for a digital camera or a professional camera, you need to make most out of it, because those bodies are meant for it, you have to make complete use of it. But that's not to sound wrong. So that's what, mobile photography, see, again, now people are experimenting, with mobile photography, and especially when as TikTok and Reels are coming to age, that people want to use the mobile, for creating, amazing content out of it. Vertical, because it's the entire viewing of it is vertical. So people do create some amazing content out of it. And but certainly those content again is something which you it's subjected to what you want to do. You know, if you're doing, say, a reel or something, yeah, I mean, people like to do it on the phone and people do it on that. So, you know, and, you know, it looks good as well. But sometimes people want to experiment more with the quality. So they shoot it with a camera, you know, we have to shoot it vertically now. And yeah, so as photographers, for us now, it's a new challenge, you know, coming. And initially, we have always learned to shoot horizontal and give a, you know, a 16:9 ratio video to people. But now, coming at age, you know, where TikTok and reels are something which is big, people want videos on in horizontal, in vertical format, and now we have to start learning and you know, delivering that. Because why? Mobile photography and videography is so good right now in the market for common people who are not going to take professional cameras for their work, you know, because mobile cameras are giving that quality. It's convenient, certainly. It also, you're getting the quality out, you know, and it works for, you know, that kind of profession, you know.
You spoke about TikTok,
Yeah.
social media,
Yeah.
social media platform, digital platform. So, speaking of social media, what's your take on social media?
It's needed. It's absolutely needed. I mean, for us, it's needed.
It's your bread and butter.
See, there are two ways. No, it's not. That's a bread and butter.
Kind of like you're clicking pictures for celebrities.
Yeah.
So they're posting it on Instagram.
Yeah.
So, you know.
See, it's not on Instagram. It's Facebook. It's like, you know.
Every social media
Yeah, it depends where all they're putting it. But then, yeah, I mean, for us, social media is there. I mean, our lives have to be around social media, because that's one of the ways we get approached by clients, and again, another way of reaching to them in the first place, you know. So we need that. When it comes to, you know, my take on it, yeah, that's it.
That's needed.
It's needed.
It's absolutely needed.
Absolutely.
So speaking of tedious work, what is your take on, or what stops your work? Creative fatigue or physical fatigue?
What stops your work would, like, certainly be physical fatigue. If you're physically fatigued, your creative mind will not work. So yeah, you have to be fresh. Sometimes definitely the creative ideas do not come if you're just shooting, you know, continuously. You require a mental break at times. You know, you really have to relax and get your ideas straight. But most number of times it's the physical, you know, fatigue that will affect our creativity.
I think, I mean, have you been, you know, have you been through this thing that you have intense amount of physical fatigue, but you're constantly working, and then at one point you're like exhausted, but you have to do it, and creative block aa jata hai. So how do you deal with that? Because a lot of people, apart from this field, a lot of people are, you know, physically काम करते हैं, सब हो जाते हैं, थक जाते हैं, and then फिजिकल फटीग हो जाता है, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट मेंटल फटीग हो गया, एंड क्या करना है समझ में नहीं आता है, एंड दे माइट बी हैविंग अ डेडलाइन, दे माइट बी हैविंग, यू नो, कि कल के कल देना है मुझे. सो हाउ डू यू डील विद दैट?
I mean, till the time you don't really fuck up, you will not understand the value of taking a break. Certainly there are times that I should not have shot. I've taken shoots when I should not have, because you want to photograph, you want to click. Knowing that I'm mentally fatigued and I need to probably take a stop, take a break. Sometimes it's not okay, I've just got to click, I've just got to take events, लेना ही है मेरे को, करना ही है, you know, या financially or, you know, passion है करने के लिए नहीं. Sometimes you need to understand your body as well, you know, because this field is just not, you get up at like 7, leave to work at 9, come back at 6. No, I mean, our work is anytime, you know, 365 days में से there's no fixed number of days that we work, you know. Certainly our work increases when there are wedding seasons, and off wedding seasons there are celebrity campaigns that we have to do. But then yeah, you have to understand when your body needs the break, because picking up a 3 kilo camera, 4 kilo camera with its lenses, with the bag, it takes a toll on you, you know. It's just not like you take one camera, go click, and then you're done, you know. So that takes a physical toll on you. So you need to know where to stop, you need to understand where breaks are needed, and yeah, I mean, and if you don't take a break, you will definitely going to fuck up somewhere. Clients aren't going to like it, and yeah, it's going to see in your work, and you yourself after a while, when your mind is fresh, are not going to like that work. or you wish that, oh, I should have taken a break. It's happened with me. I've taken shoots and I'm not liked it because I just wanted to shoot for the heck of it. And going ahead, when I've seen that work, I understood that, okay, this is not what I should do. I just should not shoot because that I love the field. So I fucked it up. I've understood the mistake and gone ahead and made corrected that.
So your work is very creative, and creativity is subjective, and with that you might be getting a lot of criticism on your way. How do you deal with it, man?
See, criticism is definitely going to come even if you give the best of work. People are not going to like it. No minds are alike. But for me, it all depends with who's giving it. Creative criticisms is always welcome. I'm certainly not perfect with my job. Every day that I shoot, I learn, I adapt with the situation, I try to get better with it. But at certain points, definitely, I know where I'm good at, and if some person wants to give me, some advice which does not make sense, I'll just ignore it, put it out, get out. I don't want it. But then.
Happened to you?
It's definitely happened many times with people who do not know the craft, give expert opinions, and certainly I don't like that. But then, there are times where my colleagues who we work in the same line, and some are experienced, some are new, but they definitely give me, okay, Sid, we can do this better, or Sid, why are you doing this?
Improvise.
Yeah, let's improvise. Why you want to stick to this? Let's do something creative. Then that's the time I understand. Okay, because maybe some things I can be better at, and it's more welcome. But someone who does not know anything and just comes and blabbers shit with me, I'm like,
Get
out.
So my last question to you is that what would you say, or what would you tell to a person if he or she wants to pursue photography as a profession?
I think one should definitely do it. If someone has the dedication and interest towards this field, they should do it, and it can honestly come at any age. There is no barrier for creativity. You can start at any time you want, and Farhan ने भी तो किया ही था ना.
अब मान गए थे.
तो so people should definitely do it if they have the inclination towards it.
And what would you like to tell your clients?
यार बार्गेनिंग थोड़ा कम कर दो यार. જોઈએ છે.
So on that note, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for coming, and it's been a real pleasure. And sir, थोड़ा सा हमारे भी फोटो खींच दो 2-3, हमारे लिए अच्छा रहेगा.
I'll just send you the quote.
Okay, so guys, on that note, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video. And keep sharing, like and subscribe, and thank you.